Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. We're hopping right back in with just kind of like our preparations for war and annexation of Tripolitania. Looks like we're gonna have to give a bell out. I really don't want them to have more debt than they can handle. Yeah, so June 3rd, about 9 months from now, we'll be going to war with Tunisia. And I'm curious how this will work considering they do have mechanized forces. It'll be pretty interesting. Hopefully we can annex this ahead of time so I can actually put a border force against them. And we can go head to head and just kind of do some unit testing before we airdrop in. I think I'm gonna... I might wait. Yeah, we do have our radars. Doing a little bit of spying, I think. Can't see their air force. They don't have a navy. They have a couple bit like military industry themselves. Fair number of troops. That'll be interesting. And we got 15 billion. So 100 weeks of payments, basically. Or close to it, like 98 or 97. About to get our next spy sets. And we're almost able to launch our 95s. So that'll be cool. When that happens, I guess. Or if. We do have 80 days. I wonder if we're adding to the infantry count that's going to trigger like the war. But we're not in NATO. We shouldn't be in this. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rifles and everything upgraded. Yeah, how's our control? Because it looks like our oil is fluctuating less. Yeah, so we're up to 20% compliance. They've down about 20% rebelliousness. I guess they're about to be almost hitting that trained level. What are we looking at? Alright, so we got all those spy sets. About to be doing ahead of time research. I'll get pop. And then we're gonna need... That would be a good one to get as well. The reduced workforce across the board. That's pretty quick though. That's only 3 years for 5G. It's actually a steal. Yeah, because if we can get our research maxed out, then we're set for the rest of the game. Yeah, and our oil's going all over the place. I can't deal with this. I don't know if I need a trade or not, or can I not? Can I reduce it? No, because it's negative again. Why we need more oil. So this is, even if we have problems, that we're not gonna have rebellions all at once. They're not that coordinated. Yeah, I wonder if attacking Palestine. If you attack Israel, the United States attacks you. But what if Israel attacks you? That's questionable. And it's like, do they pull in the whole NATO alliance even though it's defensive? If America joins? I don't know. We do have some influence in Macedonia. Yeah, I think we need a plan to try and get the Balkans. The Balkans. Yeah, we let Albania into NATO, didn't we? What a mistake that was. It's fine. They'll want to join the Greek Empire soon enough. Full equipment. This is artillery, light tank battalions. This is the one with the attack helis, utility vehicles, and everything air assault that I want to try. Yeah, so they're all trained, but yeah, we're slowly working our way towards a positive income level. I think we may be out of manpower though. And hit a wall there. This is getting rough. We really need that to finish up. All right, we're about to enter 2015. How come we cannot deploy? Manpower, of course. Shouldn't have even asked. Yeah. We might run out of things. Nah, we're pretty close. And they're still working on their debt. Yeah, see, we keep losing factories. I don't, I really don't like it. Why are we losing them? First off, I didn't even know that was possible. I guess they're a trade I like traded for. I mean, we're almost at 70% of office utilization. One of these African nations has to be pretty populous, right? Somewhere in here. I'm gonna say Libya, and like, is just not because of all the civil war, but that's purely speculative. I think the leader died, right? Probably. Yep. Time to go conquer all of that before anyone else does. Yeah, so we're in February. We got 5 months to get our troop movements done. They're probably okay training. These are not, though. We're going to stop their training. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move all these units into position, probably. Definitely want to hit the vast majority of their country. And one big spread out air attack is the plan. Resources. Not quite a year, so that's pretty good. I think we can cover every tile, so maybe we'll get some surrounded, maybe not. You can never really tell. But yeah, I'm gonna get every tile down to this coastline. Alright, so we got all of that. Now I'm gonna work my way this way. Perfect. We're just gonna come. We're gonna blot out the sun. They're gonna have to fight in the shade, guys. Sorry, I have to make the Sparta references. Alright. There's a couple more tiles I want to hit. Alright. This may be one of the faster captures if it all played out how I planned it. But yeah, be every tile that gets somebody, and 3 in like reserve. Yeah, and they're not moving in a position. Huh. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and annex it. Does it go now? Or is it gonna be bugged out? No, they made it over there. These are not, though. Cannot transport from a non-naval base location. Oh, so you have to go naval base to naval base. Got it. I can do that. Alright, so we got second scientist. Can be Alina Raptus here. We are going to need all these guys on the front line. So we'll get them over. Power-wise, we actually need power. Alright. Go ahead and cancel everything then. Go ahead and make some nuclear power plants. And then trade-wise, do I even need... I might not even need those. We'll see where we're at. 109 days isn't great, but it's still okay. Um, let's see. We'll start getting political power now, so I can go ahead and get a scientist. At this point, I really don't think it matters. I'm not... Ooh. Interesting. I don't know what's happening, but interesting. We could go nuclear warheads, but I'm thinking wireless. will be the most useful. Yeah, that's by August. We'll get another plant. I still have to trade for oil. Life is insane. That's crazy. That only gives me a year's worth. I don't even have mechanized forces because I have no oil. All right, what are we looking on here? No airplanes, so they're like us. We both don't have an air force, but they do have a couple mechanized and motorized divisions in the special forces unit somewhere that I need to be kind of concerned with. All right, we got money. Let's see. Who wants to get some influence? I think Macedonia would be good because maybe I could cause a civil war or something. Pay off a little bit of debt. Ooh, that would actually help our interest rate pretty significantly. We get any pop? Maybe a little bit. Just enough. Alright, and we're back to the 28 mark on factories. I still don't know why it was lowering. Maybe they were giving us less factories, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. You're about to get research done. Alright, cool. We're going to go ahead and get an offensive attack plan all the way to the northern section here. For both of our army groups. We're going to go ahead and wait a couple days for them to recover. And get entrenched. Yeah, so they are a little bit more. They're about halfway to their entrenchment bonus. Let's go ahead and declare war. And we're going to go ahead and say that that's not going to work, but this will. So we're dropping paratroopers in. All right, we got encirclements. It took place. That should mess with their battle lines quite significantly. We're going to go ahead and engage. Looks like they're pushing north, or they were trying to. All right, we did take... Okay, so their supply line just got cut. And we just made a huge kind of land grab in the back. Questionable though if we're gonna be able to make this work. Yeah, so our offensive goal changed. Oh, I didn't have both of them selected. That's my bad. Let's fix this. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and force this attack. They try and reallocate forces. That's a couple years early. So is that. That is 2,000, but we would get it in under 10 years. Well, this would help immensely too. And then you got all these paratroopers. Some of them are going to get surrounded here. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that mess. It's kind of all tore up. Yeah, because you got 6 right there. We could strike here. I don't know why. We need to go ahead and push. Here we can split their forces. Here we need to attack. Yeah, and then they could assault and take out those units, but I don't think that'll work in their favor. It's like here, them holding that is kind of questionable. And maybe we can delete some. They're trying to push this gap more. Man. Alright. We'll get him to go around and then... Can you not do that? Thank you. I want to lock that down. We walk around. And then... Here... I want to push right into that main line. And then I want to assault everything I can. Yeah, so they eliminated 3 units. But it is okay. Yeah. We got the elimination, then we can go ahead and actually get a front and push from this other side. I don't know why that's so hard for them. Oh, there's some of them that are. That's why. Need to get on the right side of the forces here. Need to be all together. All right. And we can just push into these mountains. Immediately attack. Yep. And then they have to use mechanized units to try and force us back in the desert here, which they do have an advantage in the desert, so that is something to watch. Yeah, the offensives are going to be pretty hard to manage. I do have an Air Force, so I can bring that in a little bit. Like, that's okay. To be able to run casts. And then that should turn the tide on those mechanized forces at least. Yeah, look at that spearhead they're able to use. Are they not? Are they not engaging? They're just chilling. I mean, I guess we are pushing from the south here pretty handily. And then I can go ahead and switch these over to providing material support. Yeah, and they're out of vehicles already. You see these APC units, these mechanized infantry just losing attack power. Yeah, they're able to push us though. I would have to have more infantry. You need to make a move, sir. Right here. I don't know why we're not trying to cut their supply line off. It doesn't make any sense. Like, we just need to hold this now. All right, what are we doing here? What do we even think we're doing? Nope. Completely encircle that. Then these guys need to close this off, and then we're good. Ah, they split the gap. They split it. No. All right. Well, that ruined everything because they were able to stack all their APCs and everything together. All right. Well, looks like everyone's just gonna jump them, so it works too. What are y'all? What are y'all even doing? Like y'all cannot manage a front line. These generals are terrible. Like what are y'all freaking doing, man? Can't get units in place. Just getting pushed back by infantry. It's pathetic. Really is pathetic. Lost the initiative. There's the maglevs. Hmm. Probably just gonna go nukes. What do you mean his org's too low? He's got max org. I can't. I can't with the stupidity, man. We're a little short on oil. That's what'll do me in. Every time. What do you mean 6 days? I just traded for oil. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, okay. And then we're just not attacking, period. I mean, manpower is what it is. Guess I'm gonna go that route. Looks like they're running out of manpower, so might as well bump ours up and hope we don't run out of fuel, which is all over the place. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to win. Especially if we're gonna be able to push them out of the port. We need to take the port. That's what it comes down to. If we take this, we win the whole thing. They can keep all this desert. I mean, we have enough units up here. We should get it. So we'll just beat them out. Oh, they're swapping in vehicles. They do understand the importance. Yeah, they can't recover though. That's the one advantage we do have. As they siphoned all their APCs to that fight. Alright. Need 3, but I don't know if we'll get any. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bump us to very large. Just to see if we can push them out. Because the way we win this infantry thing is just shoving men at those tanks until they can't recover fast enough. That's the only way we're gonna get it done. It looks like we might be able to. We've kind of neutralized them. They're slowly getting their health whittled down. It'd be better if these were actually assaulting. But can't do everything unless, well, you can. I'd have to take it slower and just do it for the AI there. They are having a ton of issues. We're gonna go ahead and do the early research. Yeah, we're at 94% already. Oh, nice. Yeah, they have no supply. They were done. All right, so we can get 3 provinces. We can take this for oil. And then we can puppet this for the annexation. The thing of beauty right there. That is a thing of beauty. So we did lose some of our airborne units. We somehow managed to survive with just 10 infantry, regular infantry. I don't know. I don't know. We had enough airborne and it should have been okay. Even though they're super small. I think they're like size 10. Combat width is crazy. Yeah, what is this template? I think it's like 1, right? It's a wild template. I don't even know what this one is. I don't remember. Very basic. Easy to supply. I need to update it. I need to update those bad. I mean, we do have 2nd and 3rd gen vehicle holes. I could be using those. Oh, I didn't even realize what time it was. Got into that war mode. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. There's a lot of factions in this game this time. Alliance for Justice. Alright, we'll go. We're almost. Yeah, so I guess when we annex the rest of Tunisia, we'll be almost to 2 trillion in economic productivity from our GDP. Yeah, so we moved up a lot just from that. We're almost on the front page. Territory-wise, yeah, we're almost on the front page of territory. And then available factories. We're just kind of hanging out there in the middle of the pack of the upper echelon. And then, ooh. Algeria has a lot of oil. And a lot of steel and light metals. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. You'll have a good one.